Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again with the unboxing that I promised of the new Border Models fast battleship stroke battle cruiser Kongo from Border. It's basically built near me in Vickers shipyard in Barrow, which is about 40 miles away from where I live. So it's obviously just an English design, but then obviously the Japanese have added the upgrades themselves as the war's going on. That's as far as I really know about it. I know it was sank in the Battle of Leyte Gulf by Dauntlesses and whatever, and carrier attack planes, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have a look in here. It's got nice box art in there, lovely. It does attract me to buying kits, is the box art, even if I'm not really into the subject, but there's something about certain box art that draws me to the kit. I got this last week, not from Telford, but I got it from China, and it came within 10 days, which I was really surprised. And it says it includes pre-parts and decals, includes metal barrels and 2 style of 3D printed blast bags, includes new technology 3D printed parts that are rich in detail and easy to assemble. The whole is precision molded as a single integrated piece using both external and internal slide molds, featuring meticulously reproduced portholes, weld lines and every the finest rivets and detail. The only thing missing from this box is the wooden deck, but I've got the wooden deck coming, so it was fairly cheap anyhow. It's the only thing that's missing from this box, so you can build it straight from there. I think you can build it straight out of the box basically. So we'll have another quick look. We'll have a look on the sides and see what it looks on the sides to give you sort of some thing where we are. And you got PE sheets and all that kind of stuff. Again, my camera's we've got all this on here as well. Can we see? Yeah, there's a profile shot of the Kongo with traditional pagoda mast there as well, and resin parts and all that kind of stuff, and all the PE, which is quite a lot of PE there. Right, so we'll open the box and we'll see. I've had a quick gander through it, not a lot, but just a quick gander through it when I got it. So we'll put this box out the way. See, I've got this wooden deck. It's to fit its sister ship, Haruna. Is it Haruna or something like that? It may fit. We've got one coming in now, but I do have the Haruna anyhow for Fujimi kit, so I put that in there just in case it does fit. I'll wait till the one arrives and then I can sort of have a look and see what differences are, because there'll be some minute differences more than likely. And the wooden deck I've got coming is specifically for this Border Models kit. So yeah, we've got that. I'll put it back with the Haruna when I get to it. Right, as you can see, the box is well packed. We'll leave the diorama at the instructions to the last, and we have a separate box here with gun barrels and things like that. The turrets and things like that. We'll have a look what's inside. Got a little bit of damage there, but it's nothing damaging the kit itself. We'll just take these out of here and we'll have a quick look. Got a lot of slide molded technology into these new kits. For instance, you got that there. How about that? That is superb. 3D printing at its best, I would have thought that. Got that detail as well. And then we got some decks. Again, we've got slide moulding again everywhere, and I've got slide moulding parts. We've got some of the masts as well on there. Can we see? And another, I think it's probably part of the rear of the superstructure. I think rear superstructure. I may be wrong. But sorry, where we are. There we go. As well. So that's the first out box. What I'll have to do is put them all away after, and then we're not rustling too much. And this is the second bag in there, which has got the gun barrels, sorry, the turrets, and other little bits and pieces, propellers, lifeboats, that sort of thing. 2 sprues are the same. We have more slide moulding of the mast, so part of the superstructure again, what we see on there. And then we have detail on it's quite nice on the top of the turrets as well. Where else have we got? Propellers, and we have details again on the lifeboats there as well. One of the lifeboats. I think the kit you get with the wooden deck comes with some wooden pieces as well. So yeah, nice. Well, I do like a detail on those turrets. We'll do the plastic first. We'll do all the plastic first. We'll take the big bits out first. We'll leave all these goodies to alone. We'll do all the plastic first, and then we'll. And we've got parts in here. We have the part of the upper deck. Again, we've got nice, lovely detail on it. Very nice. Even though I've seen some builds with this Kongo build, it's like a bluey colour, a dark blue colour. I'll have to look into it more before I build this. Again, you've got nice detail on that as well. I'm trying this new camera angle out as well. I've got another bracket coming, so hopefully I can get it overhead at some point. Again, nice detail on that. Parts of the, you know what they are, small parts anyhow. And then some more decks and things. More deck stuff. All lovely, crisp, clean. You would expect it on a new kit, wouldn't you? Yeah. All really nice detail again on those screws. And then we have a bit more slide moulding again on here. Let's put my glasses on. They wonder I can't blooming see. I've got no bloody glasses on. Yeah, I've done most of his diorama as well. It's getting there now. I've nearly finished putting all the debris on the bottom and blending them in. So that's nearly done now. Just getting some of the little bits and pieces done, and then I'll be able to pour the resin. Right, some more deck stuff again, all slide moulded. Again, look at all that. Really, really nice. And again, a little bit of slide moulding there as well. More upper deck. Sorry, upper superstructure. I think it's the main conning tower and pieces up there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And again, we have more slide moulding again for some of the decks, upper deck stuff. Again, it's all nicely done. Really nicely done. Right, and we have part of the upper deck, not the deck, the upper deck, which once I get into it. I say I went to Telford last week. Me and my good friend Steve Mottram, we went to Telford. We had a good look around. I bought the kit, and I bought some other little bits and pieces. In fact, I bought another ship. I bought the Verifier Des Moines, the heavy cruiser, American heavy cruiser. I got a good deal on that. Again, we have some lovely work again on here. Yeah, with me and Steve fully enjoyed our trip out. It was nice. Didn't get to bump into anybody because it was quite busy, and I didn't seem to recognise anybody. Mind you, I wasn't looking out for anybody, to be honest. But yeah, I did enjoy. We did enjoy. We try and go once a year. Obviously, once a year for me when it's on, but I'd missed last year's because I was ill with my back. 2 days before we were going to go, I had a small accident at home and my back went, and I was in bed for a week. So we made up for it this year. So we're looking forward to it again next year. I may enter something next year if I can join. So I'm not a member at the moment, but I may well join. But the deck detail, that's lovely on that. Yeah, I stay off with Steve because he lives in Stoke. Cheat just outside of Stoke, so I stay overnight on a Friday. We'll go to the show on the Saturday. and I stay over Saturday night and come home Sunday. Right, so we have some more upper deck stuff and part of the masts. Again, all nicely done. Really nicely done. Let's put my hand behind it so you can see probably better, can't we? Yeah, really nice. Nice and crisp. And again we have propeller shafts, I think. Yeah, and the sponsons that they go on. And a little bit more small stuff again. It doesn't look an overly complicated kit by looking at the parts. But I say you've got all this resin. I'll show you when we get to all the resin that we've got to go on this ship as well, which cuts out a lot of building time, and you obviously get better detail than it would be plastic. And then we have the upper deck. That was the lower deck on the other one, because it's got slightly it's a gun arrangement at the rear, slightly different than all Battleships. So even though it's the third gun turret is elevated, it's not elevated on a bar bed, it's more of a deck that it's elevated on. I say when I was a kid I went through all the airfix ships, all the 1700 ships. The only one I never got was the Russian, was it Moskva? I didn't fancy it at the time. I did all the destroyers and cruisers, and I built all the galleons. You see, was my first ever build back into my hobby in 2017. But I used to love building them when I was a kid. Doing my paper round, and then off to the model shop. Well, a toy shop in them days, but yeah, that's what it was in them days, a toy shop. Lots of small parts on there. This is the float plane crane. I won't take it out because this bag isn't sealed, but it's got lovely detail. You can see through the plastic. You can see the detail on it. Again, really nice. And they have like searchlights. Yeah, they are very nicely detailed as well. Just a couple of bits more plastic before we get to the hull. And then on this one we have some more lifeboat stuff. We have, well, presumably the lockers and things like that. All three are the same. 4 sprues exactly the same, so we only use one obviously. We've even got the detail on the bottom of the lifeboats as well, and as well as the top. Again, you can't beat that. I think these almost be like lockers and things like that, little bits and pieces. They're small, so they'll take time to do eventually. Again, nice. Right, and the last, well, apart from the hull, we have, this is in a sealed bag as well, we have the float planes in here. I'm not up to my Japanese aircraft, so I couldn't tell you what it's called. Again, they've got lovely detail on that as well. You see through the plastic, it's 2 sprues exactly the same. And then we got the some more pieces here as well. We've got more lifeboats and the bottoms of the turrets. And there's four of these. Are these sealed as well? No, these ones aren't sealed, so we can have a quick gander at these. More lifeboat parts, the bottom of the turrets. Again, this is just more lifeboats and the bottom of the turrets. There's not much detail on those, obviously you can't really see, you won't be able to see them. And a bit of slide moulding again on there. Not sure what that part's for. I think it could be like a part for one of the lifeboats, like the captain's launch or something like that. Might be, I may be wrong. You can see it's got all little holes drilled into it, it's a nice bit of slide moulding. And probably not what I think it is, but hazard a guess, I would have said it was that. Right. And then we've got the main part. Look at that. We have all the plating on the side there, and all the details, the portholes. Really nicely done this. Again, let me just twist round a bit. Again, you can see all the plate detail. Really, really nice. In them days when I used to build the Airfix one, this was all smooth. There was no detail at all on the old Airfix ones. So things have improved. They've come a long, long way since I built all them years ago when I was a kid. But I didn't know any different then, and it didn't bother me if I did. I built it for the enjoyment. Again, really, really nice. I say I can't fault Border with their kits, because the detail they produce is lovely. In the bottom of the, I think that's the some of them small parts that go into their stabilizer type things. Again, you've got bloody good detail on the bottom, even though you're not going to see it. But we know it's there. Again, I can't argue with that for detail, can we? I'll make sure there's nothing else put into it. I'll put that back. Now, right, let's start with the PE first. We have, oh, it's slipped out of the bag. That's right, that's what we've got. We've got one, got two railings, and little small pieces. Three, again, lots and lots of small pieces. Four, we have this one again, which is in a thicker steel or something, whatever it is. Again, really nice. 5, and ship's ladders, and looks like, yeah, for the crane, cable for the crane and things like that. Again, really nice. So have a look at glare. Let's see if I can get it out of the glare. Again, there we go. So we have 5 of those. So that'll keep you busy, wouldn't it? I have to put it in this bag because the bag had split slightly before it all came out. I put it into this bag. So I'll just roll them back up. Keep them back there. Right, we'll start off with the resin now. And this was a nice surprise. I didn't realise this was part of it. We have resin funnels. First time I've seen. Is it sealed? Right, that's it. We have those. Good detail on that. That's superb. Just have to be careful taking all the arms off and the supporting things, but yeah, that's superb. I was really impressed with that when I first saw it. Right, that's the first bit. We'll do the gun barrels next, and the piece of chain which are there. Here are metal gun barrels, which is 8. I think these were, I can't remember if they were 14 inch. I think they were 14 inch guns. Not 100% sure, but I think they were. Yep, so that's those, and we have some of the smaller barrels as well. If you can see, if I tip it upside down, we have, look closely, we can see there's some smaller gun barrels as well in there, which is nice. We'll do the decals before we carry on with the resin, and then we have a normal decal sheet, which is the Japanese flags and things like that. Again, nice. And we've got the, obviously the roundels, or what do you want to call them, for the floor planes. Right, so let's have a look in here then. We'll just have to be careful. I don't want to take them out in case I lose them, but I've got lots and lots of detailed things in there. Again, really nice. So you have to be careful taking them out of a very small part in case we lose any. Again, I couldn't tell you what those parts are. There's a lot of them. I really don't know. But I'm sure we'll get to find out eventually. And the next one, again we have some more bigger bits. We have searchlights. I'll just take this one out, we can have a quick look. And it survived the trip from China. Again, we have nice details on the searchlights. What a bit. On a banana boat, that one. Again, there's all of the small parts in there which we'll just leave for now. We don't need to look in there because they're. Oh, I've got the these top ones here. These are the blast bags in for. You can either have them normal position or raised position, or one of each, whichever takes your fancy. Blast bags. That's the word I'm looking for. And this one we have some of the guns. Secondary, is it the second? No, this one isn't a secondary armour. What's this one then? Lots and lots of small pieces again. Yeah, we have secondary armour. I can get some out. Let's just have a quick look. These way small. Oh, these have to be really tell if we could take them things off. Oh my neck. That's going to have to be really. I'll put them back very gingerly. Yeah, and all this one here, and we have these ones here. Small gun barrels again, secondary guns and things like that. And there's one more set of guns in here. This is slightly larger caliber. Again, the detail, but just have to be very careful taking them off the sprue, off the runner, whatever you want to call it. So I'll just pop this back, put that little thing one back. And here's the last of these. There's a bit of superstructure and some more secondary guns as well. These are individually, obviously, yeah, that looks like an upper deck to me. Again, the detail is superb. You can see through the cage that's protecting them. Yeah, detail is nice. And some more. Ooh, I'll find that bit on the floor before it disappears. I'll get that in a minute. And the secondary armour again on there. Detail again. Really nice. It's just taking your time and getting them off the. I don't know if that was a part or. Well, have a look right there. Is it? No. Right, we'll have a look for that when I put things away. I'll keep that out so I just knew where he's going to go. I'm sure I'll find it. And that's it really, that's the kit itself done, so we can put the a quick skim through the instructions. Hefty book, really hefty, bit of weight in that. See, and lovely box art again on the front, and obviously on the rear we just have obviously the symbol. This is giving you some history. Yeah, super Dreadnought class battle cruiser. Yeah, turned into a fast battleship, wasn't she? Did it say what size gun she had? Doesn't say it, but I'm sure we'll find out. And obviously we have this layout of a sprue of the what we get in the box. all the resin parts, 3D printed. Red supports, always tells you where the supports to be removed from, which is good, because sometimes it's difficult to see where and where isn't. That's a good idea, I've never seen that before. And obviously we start, as we normally do with a ship, we start putting the hull together. Again, nothing overtaxing. Metal gun barrels telling you to put the whatever you want. I don't think I'll do that at that point. And I mean more, yeah, it's just a general ship build really. Some of the delicate parts I wouldn't put on. You know, I wouldn't put the propellers on at the moment. I probably wouldn't put the flag poles on either. It's quite an thick manual, I must admit. I mean, obviously adding a lot of up deck stuff. Again, he's telling you where obviously PE parts and resin parts and plastic parts. Again, a metal chain, I probably won't put that on at that moment. Again, more PE. I won't put these on at the moment because I can guarantee I'll knock them off. That's a certainty. And again, I said I won't put the railings on. These little bits I'll put on, they're quite big, and obviously more deck stuff to go on, more deck guns. Again, PE, I'm not going to put those on. I'm not going to put the railings on at all. And then we've got some of the resin parts that go onto the plastic, which again, really nice. Again, all the secondary guns, where they're positioned. Really nice clear pictures as well. I'm quite impressed with that with this manual. Again, nice and clear and precise. Tells you exactly the little gun barrels I was on about. Is sorry, coming up to see. Is those gun barrels I was talking about. Go over. Yeah, so generally it's just the build of the ship itself, and obviously you've got the superstructure and all the other bits and pieces that go into a ship. No point in going through everything. But to say the instructions are really clear. You can't argue with the clarity of instructions and telling you what. Again, I'll just carry on with this, and then this is where it gets a bit intense with a lot of PE for the main structure. Yeah, it's just main structure, just a build of a ship. Let's have a look for the obviously you put more decking as it gets up, and all the funnels and all the other little bits and pieces. Starting to put the main turrets together with the barrels. I guess what I was saying, I like them when they're like that. A bit of, you know, not all of them, but a couple of them like that. I did that on my Dreadnought. Just looking for the, here, paint is the one, just the one painting. Oh yeah. Right, and that gives you the end of what's supposedly going to look like before paint is added. Or paint will be added before then anyhow. But it does look nice. Nice and sleek. Plenty of detail on there. It'll keep it going for a long time. Well, it would in my case anyhow. And then we have the colour call outs, which are MIG unfortunately, but I've got my own colours for this. It says we have darker green, bone, new wood, Japanese medium grey, black brass, rotten burn, and Imperial Japanese Navy Nakajim dark green. So again, nice. All you need to see, I've seen some of this deck where this is being blue, or like a dark blue. I'm not so sure about the ray, but I've seen that being done blue, unless that was an earlier configuration. Yeah, so that's the new Border Models Kongo. I have to say I'm very impressed. Looking forward to this when I do get when my daughter finds a house to live properly. We can move everything out of my room upstairs in the loft, and then I can have another bench in here which I can start doing ships on. So yeah, so that's an impressive kit. Not cheap, not something that weighs over £100, but I sold a lot of kits to buy this on eBay, so yeah. Again, the diorama's coming along nicely. I've done quite a bit more since I did the update. I've blended a lot of the small materials in, the smaller bricks and things like that from the rubble from the bridge. It's going to start making the dam eventually for that. I've got plastic out of that to make a dam, and I'll seal it with silicone so it won't leak, hopefully. So once again, thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope you liked the review. And thank you to my new subscribers. I will get posting again. I will get posting more regularly with more updates. And once my room is sorted, I've got a few brackets to put from the ceiling, and I can do some more sort of how-tos and things like that. But you know, weathering things how I do, and it's not any different to anybody else really. But you know, there's always somebody doing it slightly different in a different eye to see what details you can add on to it or miss or whatever. Yeah. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very, very soon with an update on the buddy build with Paul. So catch you soon.